January 7th, Detention Center, Visitor's Room. Hey everyone, it's Calvin, also known as Wormer, and this is Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trials and Tribulations. And finally, after a bit of time, we're going to get to talk to Maggie again, which we want to also give her the box that the man that loves her made for her. Poor old Gumshoe. Oh, Mr. Wright. Hello, Maggie. They finished questioning you? Wasn't it just unbelievable in court today, sir? I'm going to stay up all night and blog about everything that happened. Weren't you scared? It was pretty touch and go in there. Yeah, but you totally nailed that old man. Well, he was all over the place with his testimony. He's not the only one. Huh? What do you mean? Everyone else's testimonies don't match up either. Not with what I remember in the incident anyway. You're 100% right, Maggie, and like we're totally gonna unravel this. I think there's a bunch of people lying. Is it possible she is the one misremembering things? I don't think so. I don't think so. Look at those eyes. Look at that. Look at the way she looks up, watch. She might look at that. How could you deny Maggie? This poor girl. So first of all, let's start off by giving you Gumshoe's oh my god, there's so much evidence. So much evidence. Oh, we should present this to what's his face? Or maybe we shouldn't. I don't know if we should, but we should try something. Do you want this? Oh, yeah, I've got something you're going to love. Really? What is it? A lunchbox, just for you. Here, by the way, the way she says sir after every sentence is actually like a really nice touch. Like, she's never left behind the police work. Like, it's really good, like, a really good idea for a character. Like, I don't know, it's really good. Like, sometimes we leave, like, old habits die hard. They die really hard, you know what I mean? Wow, a lunchbox. Weenies, too. I can't believe it. Thank you, sir. Did you make this just for me, Mr. Wright? Nah, it was Detective Gumshoe. By the way, I don't know if I should be happy that I say, like, words and then Maya says them, like, right afterwards. It was Detective Gumshoe, who also make you such a nice lunchbox for you. Detective Gumshoe? He's really worried about you. Looks like he's put a lot of effort into making this, too. I can't accept it. Detention center rules. No gifts allowed, sir. Hey, come on, Maggie. Don't be like that. The rules are rules. They'll lock you up they'll lock you up if you break them. Somehow, when an ex-cop turned waitress says that, it seems a whole lot scarier. And anyway, I hate weenies. Do you? Oh, really? It's all yours, Maya. You can enjoy it, Mr. Wright. But this is really sad. Does she actually hate it? Would Gumshoe? I don't know, man. Maybe Gumshoe really likes sausages, and he's like and he like thought that she'd like it too. I don't know. Maybe this is Gumshoe's dinner. She's right. It's better than letting it go to waste. But I guess so. Gumshoe's lunchbox eaten with Maya. Oh my god, our first date! Don't even deny it, guys. Don't even deny it. Well, how was it? That hit the spot. I love weenies. Oh good. I'm glad I gave it to you then, sir. She doesn't look too happy about that though. She really doesn't. Let's talk about the contradictions then, Maggie. Maggie, you know how you said that everyone else provided testimony doesn't match up what you remember? Yep. There are just so many things that don't seem to add up. The biggest contradiction is the other guy I saw at the victim's table. He was the one who slipped something into the victim's coffee. I'm sure it was him. But didn't Mr. Kudo testify earlier today that it was the waitress who put some white powder in the coffee cup? See, that's strange. That's so strange because this doesn't sound like a lie, you know what I mean? But that's not Maggie's hair from the back. You know what I mean? That's just not. And like, here's the thing, I'm not a hairstylist or anything, but like, I understand like the difference between hairstyles, right? That can't be her from the back. Like, her hair has more volume, right? Like, her hair like comes out more as well. I don't know. Yeah. So you really think it was the disappeared man that did it? Well, he's not the only thing that disappeared. That CD vanished as well. You know the CD with the writing on it? Oh yeah, the MC Screwdriver album, right? It was MC Bomber, Maya. That name was scrawled on the sports paper as well. Maya wants it to be called Screwdriver. We're calling it Screwdriver, okay? Do you think I'm like going to like I don't know. We're not going against Maya on this. They never did find that CD at the crime scene, sir. Or the victim's medication. That's gone missing too. Ouch, my head. This is getting way too complicated for me. After the incident. You said that you passed out when the victim Glenn L. collapsed, right? Yes, it's so embarrassing. I mean, I used to be a cop. When I came to, the restaurant was buzzing with police. And before I knew that, what was going on, they arrested me, sir. So between the time of the victim collapsed and the time the police arrived on the scene, you have no idea what went on in Tribulations. No idea at all. Why? Is it important, Mr. Wright? The other witness, the old man from the park, was pretty much chased out of the picture. Chased out of the picture? What do you mean? Old CD wasn't in the restaurant because he was told to go call the police. Exactly, and you, Maggie, were unconscious. That means Mr. Armstrong was alone in the restaurant for a brief period of time. No, you don't think Mr. Armstrong set me up, do you? When you consider the facts, it's hard to imagine that Mr. Armstrong isn't involved in this at all. I agree, I 100% agree. It's like the master biting the paw of the dog that it feeds. Are you sure about this, Mr. Wright? Well, the old man said as much when we spoke with him earlier. I don't know. The things that man says don't add up for some reason, sir. Maggie looks like she's trying to figure something out. Maybe we should ask Mommy exactly what she knows about old CD. Sure. There's actually like something I was thinking about presenting to her because for some reason we still have this in our stuff, but also I think we should present old CD as well. Victor Crudo, age 68. Let's take a look at the ages for a second. So we have 19, deceased. Wow, that's a good age. Question mark, very old. Maggie Bird, age 23. Glenn L, 28. Dick Gumshoe, 32. 68. 39. Question mark, 42. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. At least we like know these ages now. Let's present this. Ah, I feel much better after the trials this morning. I've been a bit of a courtroom proceedings addict for years now. It feels like forever since I saw a witness as slippery as that old man. He's not really that bad of an old man, though. Still, I feel a bit uneasy. Huh? I thought you just said you felt much better. Maggie, if there's something on your mind, you've got to tell us. Especially if it has anything to do with Mr. Kudo or his testimony. Roger, I'll spill it all and see what you make of it. Oh, so here we go. Okay, so maybe like... I want to present this, but I wonder if this is going to get the same thing. You know what I mean? Like, I wonder if it's just going to get the same thing. Is there anything about Mr. Kudo's testimony that stood out as odd to you? Actually, yes. The fact that he was even testifying to begin with doesn't quite what? Well, when I took the coffee over to the victim's table... What happened? What? Tell us. It's true there was another customer in the restaurant. Yeah, we know it already. It was Victor Kudo. Oh, no. But I can't really say. It was an old man. This is the definition of plot thickens. Okay, then how about calling him a really old middle-aged... No, age isn't the issue. The other customer was... a woman. Are you guys thinking what I might be thinking? Let's hear more before I fully explain my thought process on this. Let's hear a bit more. A woman? Are you sure, Maggie? Well, I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. So, what did this woman look like? She was sort of creepy. Don't you mean pretty cool? And she had kind of a cackling laugh. I guess that's kind of a cackling laugh? Creepy. Cackling? Why do I get the feeling I've come across a woman like that recently? We did. Can we like present her? Can we present her? 1 second. Can we present her? Let's see. Okay. What do you think of this girl? I know you used to be on the police force, sir, but I'm incarcerated now, so I can't use my connections to help you. All I can tell you about now is the info about ex-cons or the clientele of Tribulations, sir. Oh, don't let it get you down, Maggie. So we've had all this kind of like conversation with her now. I'm guessing that the next place that we should go to after this is maybe back to Tribulations to see if there's anything's changed. If not, then maybe go to the Criminal Affairs Department to see if Gumshoe has heard of anything. Because I still don't think we have enough yet to talk to her about what happened with the Magmatama, with the 4 Cyclocks as well. Because you remember the first one was like really actually like, I don't know, really tough. I couldn't think of anything to do with it. Let's go back to Tribulations for a second, see if anything's changed. We'll go back to the kitchen. It has changed. Okay, great. January 7th, Tribulations kitchen. Looks like Mr. Armstrong's out again, but the place is open for business. You can't have an open restaurant without a chef. Hey, it's not my fault, Nick. Don't take it out on me. Yeah, why do we... don't make her feel bad. Only a couple minutes after the incident happened, Mr. Kudo left the scene, leaving Mr. Armstrong here alone. Missing when we need to talk to him the most. Maybe he's trying to avoid us on purpose? That's actually really cool, because my thought process was, let's present, this to him. You know what I mean? That was my first thought process. We can't read it anymore, but okay. Then let's go to the Criminal Affairs Department if we can. We can get there from the detention center, right? Yeah. Has anything changed here? It has. Great. I always love seeing that stuff coming up on the screen because it knows we're doing something then. January 7th, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department. The main server just went up in smoke. Why the heck isn't the press conference set up yet? The superintendent's here already. Yeah, and there's a problem with the internet too. I already told you to stop using your computer, Chief. But I'm watching videos online. I'm catching on my Asian soap operas. Korean dramas, very good. It's going to have to wait, Chief. I'm throwing the switch. No! Just when some young guy was about to confess his son's hot to trot girlfriend. Wow, this place is really buzzing. Something must be going down, something really big. Huh? What are you doing here, pal? What's happening here? This has to have something to do with blue screens. Like, they wouldn't do a technology-based thing without blue screens happening too. What if someone of blue screens is like taking down the entire, like, the mainframe, taking down the entire system here? Detective Gumshoe. You can't be here right now. You'll be roped into the briefing if you stay. Huh? We've got a big problem here today. Why? What's going on? It's a virus. A virus! A virus? There's a virus ripping through the precinct's computer system. But I really need to ask you some questions. Yeah, I guess we can try and ask, like, if he wants us to leave after a while, definitely want to, but there's a few things that we definitely want to, like, talk to him about. First of all, in terms of people, I think that we need to, like, talk about her first, if we can. Because maybe, like, she's actually worked here. That's my thought process. I also kind of want to present these two as well. Like, Violetta, and, Furio Tigre. Again, presenting people. Usually, like, we'd only have, like... There's no point presenting these guys because he's already met them. Do you know anything about her? That lady is the boss of Blue Screens Inc., pal. Yeah, I figure she's, clean. She's got nothing to hide. She seemed kind of like a doll to me. In a good way, and a bad way. Kind of makes you think she might be hiding something. See, that's the thing. You can't say, like, she's, like, clean, and then that makes me think she's hiding something even more. That's the girl who works over at Tender Lender. You want to stay away from her, okay? I mean it. She does look kind of unforgiving, doesn't she? That should be the least of your worries, pal. What's that supposed to mean? What could be worse? Her name's Viola Cadaverini. Hold on a second. Do we have something... Wait. We do. Here it is. That's her family. That's her family. Her name is Viola Cadaverini. She's the only granddaughter of Bruto Cadaverini? Oh god, this is gonna be horrible. I'm gonna say, Cadaverini. Cavu? Whatever comes to mind. Bruto Cadaverini? Do you know what that is, Nick? Never heard of him. What is he? Bruno Cavatarini is the boss of the Cavatarini family. The Cavatarinis? That's one scary sounding name. We can't touch them. They're too powerful for the police. But you're thinking of taking them on, aren't you? What? No, I didn't say anything about that. I don't remember ever saying I was going to, yeah. I better get some info about Gumshoe about this family. First I want to present this as well, though. I want to present this guy too, Tigre. So she's in like a mob family. But I have to assume that since we're in, as people were saying, I think they were saying, like a mix between California and Japan, that it might have been Yakuza in the original version, the Japanese version, maybe? Oh, this guy, the tiger. Is he famous? Yeah, this guy's not a loan shark, you know. Nope, he's a big lone cat. Hence the name? Don't pay him back. And you better say your prayers, because he'll eat you alive. You're shaking, detective. Like a leaf. Sorry, like a leaf. I'm just, you know, kind of on edge at the moment, if you know what I mean. Oh, because that's like a bit of information, so let's see what we can talk about here. The Cavatarinis and the computer viruses. So, like, both of these are pretty important. I'm not sure if I really want to get involved in this, but who are the Cadaverinis? So it's like a cadaver? Which a cadaver would be like a dead body, right? Who are they? A scary bunch of people, that's who. You're a cop and you're scared? What's that about? I mean, like, it doesn't make him immune from fear. Trust me, it doesn't matter if you're a kid or a cop. These guys are scary. They got some serious clout in the criminal underworld. We can't touch them. They've got too much moolah. Moolah? As in... They pretty much control all the cash in the city's black market. The black market, huh? And that includes tender lender, I take it? Sure. No one stands up to Bruno Cavatarini. And I mean, no one. Very cool design as well. Again, like, I have to assume, unless it's a suit, it does look very, like, Yakuza-like, right? Interesting. So Viola's the granddaughter of some mafia boss, then? Yeah. And everyone knows how much Bruno loves his little girl. She means everything to him. So, how did she end up a tender lender? I don't know, pal. But I heard she and the boss of tender lender are pretty tight. I'm so sorry, guys, for the yawn. It's a little bit early in the morning, but what happens is Gumshoe's voice, like, makes me yawn all the freaking time. It happens, and, like, you might have heard a little subtle thing. Like, for some reason, it's always Gumshoe's voice. It's probably because I'm, like, talking like this. Tight? That's what is said in the file I read related to Maggie's case. Sounds like a pretty important clue. So let's talk about these computer viruses, Gumshoe. So what exactly is a computer virus, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know. What? Look, I just go with the flow, alright, pal? And here I thought detectives were supposed to be somewhat knowledgeable. What's with that face, pal? You think you know what a virus is? Well, Nick, do you? I kinda do. A computer virus, sure, I mean, only in simple terms, of course. Same with me. Really? Wow, you know everything, Professor Nick. Yeah, I'm gonna call you Dr. Wright from now on, wow. Hey, that sounds pretty cool. Don't you agree, Dr. Wright? Why do I get the feeling they're making fun of me? Maya and Gumshoe together as like a heckling crowd is very funny to me. Like them sitting in an audience like heckling a comedian. Like, I don't know why that popped into my head. Okay, fine. I'm no expert, but I can at least explain the basics to the two of you. A virus is a program that gets inside a computer and causes damage. Damage? You mean it makes the machine go boom and explode? No, the damage is, well, it's all internal. So the inside goes boom, right? Imagine all the case data you've stored up on your PCs in the station. A virus could wipe out all that. That's the kind of damage I'm talking about. Whoa, that's scary. Yeah, and what's even more scary is that viruses are infectious. Infectious? Most computers are connected together on a network, right? A virus can move from one machine to another over the network. So the virus just keeps spreading faster and faster. Just like a real virus, huh? But Nick, why would anyone want to make a program like that? Yeah, it takes ages to type in all that data. Why would you want to destroy it, pal? No, people don't infect their own machines. They send the virus to someone else's. What? That's horrible. Oh, I get it. It's like you sneezing on Mr. Godot so he catches a cold. Right. Then he wouldn't be able to turn up in court because he'd be too sick. Maya, are you getting ideas here? You really shouldn't do stuff like that. It's wrong. Maya really does like think that Nick has this like a whole secret side to him. Who, what, where, when, and why did the conversation jump to talking about me? Anyway, that's what a computer virus is. A bad program that causes damage. And all the different viruses have names, right? I kind of feel like I've heard the name of the virus we caught somewhere before. The name of the virus, huh? I feel like I've heard it before too. So, what we're like looking to hear from our poor buddy Gumshoe, like we have like the idea of a computer virus, which I think that will let us go back to Blue Screens Inc. and get some more out of Basil. But first though, we also have some information that he wants to know before, right? He was talking about the MC stuff as well. Maybe we can get a little bit more out of this. No, actually, first of all, let's actually... No, I don't think we get anything out of that. What about this? Wait, yeah, let's present this. Cause I keep like, this is okay, but I want to present this first. What do you think about this? Oh, that's a no. Sorry, pal. I can't discuss anything connected to the case. Hey, I thought you said you were gonna help us out. I can't help you out if I don't have any info. Yeah, I suppose the retrial has only just begun. What about this? Because you did want to talk about this before. Detective Gumshoe, about this. What? I'm trying to concentrate on Maggie and the virus. Oh! This is it! The stupid name! I remember now! I thought so. Here it comes. Don't just nod yourself and keep me in the dark, Nick. What's going on? It's okay, Maya. You don't have to cry about it. The name scribbled on that sports paper and written on CD. That's the name of the virus. It's not a band. It's a computer software virus. We can for sure head back to Blue Screens with this. We can for sure head back to Blue Screens with this. At least this way we'll get some more information about, Glenn, at the very least. What? Yeah, the virus that just infected every computer in the station, pal. It's MC Bomber. That is such a good get. That's such a good get. Can you give us any more details, please? Yeah, please, give us something more. We already knew about the MC Bomber virus for a while back. A group of criminals issued a series of demands to the head honchos of law enforcement. They threatened to release the virus if the demands weren't met. Who are they? I don't know. Some hotshots from the criminal underworld would be my guess. And now the virus has been released, huh? Yeah, it's in every computer in every public office in the city. Whoa. Like here's the thing. Like, yes, this is like a game, but like, that will affect so many people's lives. So many people's lives. It's like so damaging. It can damage a whole, like a lot of people's lives. But also, like, I remember, like I think it was like 2009, a big virus spread through the government buildings all around, like at least around my city anyway. And like all the computers went down. They deleted all people's information. Everything went down. And like people who were like claiming benefits off the government and stuff like that, their like profiles went off completely, and like everything had to like start from scratch. It was crazy. It was crazy. It's a story that like I don't remember fully because again I was a teenager at the time. I think back in 2009 I was like 14, so I didn't really care too much. You know what I mean? As a 14-year-old, you're just like whatever, you know. But like depending on the 14-year-old, maybe some 14-year-olds are interested in that. But I was just interested in games and music and wrestling. that's all I was cared about. If it wasn't that, or like, let's not have a conversation. Like, you know what I mean? It's in every computer in every public office in the city. Everyone's going nuts. They're hopping around like they're dancing at a carnival. All this stuff for criminals and viruses. It almost feels like we're in a sci-fi movie. Like, here's the thing. This case jumped from being like kind of like really funny and like I know it's a murder and stuff, but like kind of really crazy and kind of really off the wall. Now we're talking about a full computer virus that took down the entire city's public buildings, but also at the same time, we're dealing with the mafia now. We just went from like, hey, let's have a walk through the park, Maya, and have this fun case or this weird case, to we are dealing with the mafia and a criminal organization that took down the entire city's computers. Also, Maya like being like going to sci-fi movie first is very, very funny. Apparently the programmer who made the virus was a real genius or something. The focus right now is on tracing the root of this virus on the black market. You mean someone put this virus up for sale? Yeah. And because this one's so powerful, they're estimating its price tag was in the millions of dollars, pal. Wait, so maybe that's what it was Maybe that's what he was trying to sell someone. He's trying to sell the virus to. In the millions? A virus can't be worth that much. MC Bomber updated in the court record. I can't believe it. I almost forgot the most important thing. And that is, you know the lunchbox? How did
She don't eat weenies. She don't like weenies.
Lunchbox? You remember, the weenies? I hate weenies. Oh, yeah, those weenies. So how do my weenies taste when they went down under the hatch? Huh? Well, it was delicious. Yeah? That's what she said, really? Well, not exactly. Don't worry about it, pal. I figured something would happen. So I came prepared. Prepared? What do you mean? I made a jumbo lunchbox. Oh. Do me a favor again, huh? And deliver this. This sure is a heavy burden. In more ways than one. I can just imagine Maggie's eyes sparkling with a joy when you bring her that. Weenies again, Nick? Tell me we don't have to eat all these too. No, we don't have to do this. This is so heartbreaking. I really can't eat anymore. That's saying something if, like, she says this. You know what I mean? If she says this. Do you have anything else to talk to? I mean, at this point then, the two places I want to go to are blue screens. I want to go back to blue screens and talk about that. But first, I think we should go to the detention center, right? I think that's probably a good idea. Let's go. She's no longer here. Okay, that's fine. Let's go back to the criminal affairs department. Let's move to... How do we get to the blue screens? I think it's through Vitamin Square, right? So let's go to the detention center. Let's go to Tribulations. Let's go to Vitamin Square. Leave me alone, Kudo. Let's go to... No, that's Tender Lender. How do we get to blue screens? Wait, can we... did I just... Can't we go, like, directly from here? We can. Oh my god, I was thinking of Tender Lender. I think that's what I was thinking of. Okay, we'll try this again. Again, let's see if we can get anything out of this. Because it seems like we've learned a lot more about Glenn. Oh yeah, she had the 3, and it was... Sorry, I forgot. She had the 3, and Viola had 4. So how about you tell me what kind of trouble Mr. Elg was in? I'm sorry, sir, but we don't deal with troubleshooting here. Perhaps you'd like to speak to some customer service. What's she talking about? I guess I better just take a shot and see where it gets me. Miss Basil, let me ask you something. Did Mr. Elg's trouble have something to do with this? See, like, I still don't know if we have any information on this. We might be actually, like, failing here a bit. Like, we might actually, like, be, like... See, I think it's either the lottery tickets or, like... Let's try this, because this seems like it could be it. A bunch of horse racing tickets, all losing ones. With that many tickets, you could get $1 at the recycling center. You good people are very, very bad. Cashing in other people's misfortunes is immoral. Is that a whiff of hypocrisy I smell? What's the relevance of these tickets? The victim, Mr. Glenn Elk. He had a gambling habit, didn't he? I don't think that's a logical conclusion based on the facts. Everyone likes to go to the races from time to time. Yeah, but not everyone buys as many tickets. Anyway, I don't believe that proves anything on its own. You're right, but I'm not through yet. Mr. L's gambling wasn't restricted to horse racing, was it? Okay, so that's right then. Then it'd be the ticket then, right? The ticket. So it's both. The lottery, horse racing, he bought a lot of tickets and lost a lot of times. That's got to have hurt his wallet pretty bad, don't you think? So we could have done this all along. We could have done this. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay. Maybe bad enough to be the cause of some pretty serious trouble, perhaps. No. That's the first time we've seen her sweating. You're right. Glenn did have a gambling habit. You good people must not follow his example. Do you understand? Trust me, even if I wanted to, I don't exactly have the money to buy any. But if you win, there's no problem, is there? And Glenn had a winning ticket, didn't he? For $500,000. Yeah, but... It's hard to imagine how he could have been in trouble then, isn't it? You got me there. It's true that Mr. Elk won $500,000 in the end, But that is first stroke of good luck. That was his first stroke of good luck. He was in deep trouble before that. Deep trouble? What do you mean? Mr. Elg's real problem was with someone or something more terrifying and ferocious. Ferocious? They're talking about him, aren't they? They're talking about the boy here. Tigre. Furio Tigre, the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. Tender Lender? People with businesses should think harder before naming their offices. It's not a terrible name. It's not a terrible... I don't think it's a terrible name, right? Like, you're wanting to talk. Well, what do you think? Our firm is doing very well at the moment. I don't think we need to borrow money. No. I mean about Mr. Elg. You think Glenn had something to do with this Furio Tigre? Yes. I'm sorry. I don't know of any connection between the two of them. Really? Because I've got proof that Mr. Elg and the tiger knew each other. We do? We do, Phoenix? Horse racing back in December 3rd, the day. Yeah, we know this actually. Okay, we do have. Okay, we do. Furio Tigre, aka the Tiger, is the boss of a loan office called Tender Lender. This is who Mr. Elg met with on the day of his murder. We have done this already. Like, could we have done this all together? We still have one of these to do. Could we? Because the thing is, the first time I thought we didn't have anything, but it's clear we had quite a bit. This is before we even went off again, so maybe we could have done this. And the only thing a loan shark would talk with him about would be his debt. No, okay, there's one last Cyclock though. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit. It's probably the MC Bomber stuff, so maybe we couldn't have done this. It's true that Glenn had racked up quite a bit of debt from his gambling habit. About $100,000, I think. $100,000? Ouch. But I heard he won the lottery, so he would have been in the clear. Shame Maggie couldn't get a bit of that good luck. Okay, so the guy got lucky and won the lottery. But what if he hadn't won? What was his plan then? Well, this isn't easy to say, but he said he would use his talents to repay the money. His talents? I suspect he was talking about programming. What computer program is worth $100,000? Perhaps you good people should leave so I can get... Oh, we know what's worth that money. We know what's worth a lot of money. It's the MC Bomber stuff, right? It's the MC Bomber stuff. I'm so close to cracking her. The program in question. Was by any chance this? MC Bomber.
MC Bomber, ma'am. You're coming in for questioning.
You're under arrest for lying to a lawyer. Well, well, this isn't it, is it? This is the virus that's infecting computers worldwide as we speak. MC Bomber. Oh, she knows about that. No, there we go. That's so satisfying when we break a Cyclops. So satisfying. Glenn's troubles. Glenn's head had more processing power than any computer, but it had been infected with a gambling virus. Glenn was in too deep. You mean he was in debt? Yes, $100,000 in debt. Not an easy amount to repay. So he said he was taking on some extra work. Something a bit risky. Risky? How? Maybe he's going to become a waitress at 3BN. I mean, you're not wrong, it is risky, Maya. Where did you come up with these ideas? Phoenix, let her dream. Let her think. Risky extra work, here we go. So it's safe to say Mr. Elg was the creator of the virus, huh? The MC Bomber virus? Yes. It was a work of genius, in a bad sort of way, of course, but still genius. Something like that would probably fetch several $1 million on the black market. Inconceivable. Gumshoe was right for a change. This date, December 3rd, that is marked on his calendar. That was his deadline for repaying his debts. MC Bomber updating the court record. I guess we won't be needing these horse racing tickets anymore, will we not? You don't want to keep them just in case? Are you sure? Use the trash can, Nick. Okay, so is there anything else we need to present to her? Do we need to present any information to her? Maybe we should present Glenn's profile again to see if she has anything else to say about him. Or maybe she might know these guys. Would you mind taking a look at this? I'm sorry, that data is super admin restricted desktop ASCII password protected. Super admin restricted desktop access password protected? What? This is madness. No, Maya. That is Sparta. She won't tell us unless we say the right code. Are you doing a freaking 300 reference right here? This is madness.
No, this is Sparta.
A code word, Sesame. If it's not Sesame, then it must be your mother's maiden name. That's how it always is. She's so defeated. There's no point in having a password if it's always the same thing, Maya. I guess she just doesn't want to talk about it, Maybe we should focus on asking about Glenn Elk. What do you say? So should we present his profile to her and see what she says? About Mr. Elk. He was a top programmer. I wouldn't say he was a genius. But he did suffer from one or two. But oh, so we already asked about this. She's saying the same thing we said before. I think what we might do now, since we have a little bit more information on the loans and stuff, is go back to Viola and see what she has to say about all this after this. I think that might be a good idea. Try and crack her case. And here's the thing. If we fail, like, and the thing is, there is a chance we could fail. I'm not gonna be too scared because, like, actually, you know what? Let's save. Me, I'm not scared. I'm going to save really quick. See you in a second. I got something to show you. You're so cool. Here you go. The head bandage. You said that the bandage around your head was from an operation. What do we have on this, though? That's the thing. You also said you suffered from fatal injury to the head, correct? Yes. The operation was very difficult, apparently. Now, by fatal injury, you mean you were hurt very badly somehow? Yeah, but like, what do we, like, I don't know, like... The injury in question has something to do with this? An article from December 5th, pick up, there's not, I don't think it's anything here. A deadly powdery poison bears Maggie's fingerprints. Nothing to do with this. Could it... Is this how Tigray met her? Like they crashed into each other? The moped is broken. It was a moped accident with them. Is that how they met? The moped is broken. Right? We know the moped is broken. Okay, I'm gonna try it. If, like, here's the thing, it's only one mark. It's only one mark. This might be how they met, which would make sense why he would have to pay the repair bill if he crashed into them. I have a car repair bill. From this, it seems pretty obvious that the car was involved in an accident. Let me see that. This bill is made out to the Cadaverinis? Yes, it is. I don't think I ever introduced myself. Tell me, what did the Cadaverinis have to do with me? Something tells me she's not about to say hi and introduce herself. Alright then. So we have to, like, show her herself? Your relationship with the Cadaverinis is very strong and this is why. Should we just, like, present her profile? We know her name. It's right there. Age 25. Man, it's so weird having characters that are younger than me in this game. Like, she's like 1 year younger than me at this point. Viola. Viola can do no wrong. Cadaverini. There you go. I know exactly who you are, Viola. You sustained that injury in the traffic accident, didn't you? That's one of the Cyclops broken. We still have 3 more. It happened about 4 months ago. I was driving in one of our family's cars when someone pulled out in front of me. Yeah, it is a moped accident. The drawings here are so great, by the way, as well. Like, they illustrate so much just like with, you know, just with one frame. It was a motorbike or something like that. I don't remember much. Oh, really? Anyway, I served to try and avoid it, but... Nice car as well that she has. I took a blow to the head. A bad one. Yeah, I can imagine. So what happened to the person on the bike? I'm guessing they didn't get away with injuring the Viola Cavadarini, because it did say that her father, like, treats her like an angel, like it's her everything. Like his everything. I don't know what happened to them. They ran away, or so I heard. Ran away, but in the flashback there, girl, you know? We saw something different. We saw his hair, you know? If they stayed, I'd have... Is it possible? Could the person who committed the hit and run have been... It was this dude, right?
Take that!
It was this man, wasn't it? He was the cause of your accident. It wasn't Don Tigre. I refuse to believe it. We collided, the motorbike and my car. But Don Tigre isn't injured, at all, is he? It was the tiger who caused Viola to crash, I can feel it. Plus, one of her locks just broke. So she must suspect it was him too. So she doesn't know fully if it was him. I'm sorry, Miss Cadaverini. I have proof that the tiger was involved in the traffic accident on the bike. It's the broken moped. Where is it? Where's the broken moped? Show me the broken moped right now or I will cry. There it is. It's not exactly a motorbike, but Mr. Tigre rides around on a scooter, doesn't he? And you'll notice that the front wheel guard is badly damaged. Miss Cadaverini, you know the truth, don't you? The repair bill was paid by Furio Tigre. The Cadaverinis have been known for ages who caused the accident, haven't they? So why haven't they told you? Oh, she does know, maybe. It's possible, perhaps. Somewhere inside me, I know that may be true. I knew it. But Don Tigre still saved my life. The operation was very complicated. It was very expensive. How much are we talking? Very, very expensive. She seems kind of hesitant about actually giving me an actual figure. I should back off. Yeah, actually that was very good. That was very good, Phoenix. Well, anyway, it was the tiger who paid for it, right? After I covered, Don Tigre told me. He said he paid for the operation because he cared about me. I believe him. Really? Would you honestly believe that to be true? I think he was terrified. I think he was terrified of your father. Do you want to know what I think? I think the reason he paid for the operation wasn't because of you, but someone else. Yeah, thank God you said someone else, because that, further just, yeah. Yeah, seems to live for his granddaughter. His granddaughter, sorry guys, I said daughter. 78. You know a man is scary when at 78 he still strikes fear into people, you know what I mean? Perhaps I shouldn't be saying this, but your grandfather, Bruno Cavarini, controls a lot of dubious cash, right? And you're his beloved pride and joy. Sure, I don't know exactly how much the operation cost, but if you weren't the granddaughter of Mr. Cadaverini, you think Mr. Tigre would have paid that money? $1 million. What? I forgot American healthcare systems are so effed. Someone's gonna be like,
Calvin, stick to YouTube.
But it's $1 million to save someone's life? What the hell? This is crazy. $1 million. I just know that from Ireland, I had 3 surgeries in 2 years and didn't pay a cent. Did not pay a cent from those 3 surgeries. And in between that, I had, not even joking, 40 different hospital visits between doctors and the hospital, and I didn't pay a cent. You know what I mean? And it's not bragging, it's just a whole different world to me. You know what I mean? Paying that much money to save your life is insane. It's insane to me. It really is insane to me. The head bandage. Guys, we're going to end the video here, and in the next one we're going to come back and talk to her about this head bandage. I'm actually really interested to see what else she has to say. I really like her as a character. I think that she's got caught up with, my theory is she's gotten caught up with Tigre. I don't know, it's just getting more and more interesting to me, especially since the stakes have just gotten higher. I hope we get to see, her grandfather. I hope we get to see him at least once. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.